Hi, Asha. Thanks so much for doing this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Could you go ahead and tell folks what your current position is and where you're at right now?
Sure. I'm the Parent Pledge Project Coordinator at Harlem Community Justice Center. And
And I know that congratulations are in order because this is a relatively new job. So can you tell everybody sort of what your path was to this position?
definitely. Um, so I had been interested in mediation forever and done various things in that field, which I'm sure we'll go into later. But I I interned for Max Steele, who was one of the people interviewed on this blog at CCI, and love him, best boss I've ever had. And he recommended me for a position at New York Peace Institute, where he used to work when he worked in New York for a community center. And I did not get that job, but they're the best people, and they recommended me for my current position over at the Justice Center. And so I now coordinate child support and co-parenting mediation for parents living in Manhattan and Brooklyn who have children in common.
It is so cool. So it sounds like there's some more to the story in the background. Tell us a little bit about when you first found out about mediation and how, why you fell in love with it.
Absolutely. It was college. I took a conflict resolution class with Eyal Duffin. She was my professor, which I still remember his name. I think he's one of the professors of undergrad. I still remember their name. And he was amazing. He had such a passion for mediation, and he brought me into the cult. Um, and we got to do our own mock mediations. We read Getting to Yes. He had amazing stories about bringing his clients together and working out their ultimate interest, doing best for both parties and not getting stuck in their positions. And I was fascinated, and I decided this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. And I ended up going to law school because people said, you're maybe going to get more work as a mediator if you have a law degree. I said, I will do anything to be a mediator, so I went that route, yeah.
So, Ashley, so you chose to go to law school in order to get the credential so that you could have more opportunities in mediation.
Right.
Wow, very cool. Okay, I mean, I did the same thing, so
Yeah.
it's really fun.
I mean, it worked for both of us, so.
Yeah, right. Well, but except that so when I was in law school, I still got the advice that yes, you're going to get your JD, but you still need to go practice, and in fact, you should practice for 10 years, if not more. Like otherwise, you're never going to get a job. Did you get the same advice, or what advice did you get while you were in law school?
I very much did. So the ABA keeps you from speaking to your career counselor until November of your first year. But I come into my first meeting, I'm like, I know what I want to be. I want to be a mediator, and I will tell me what to do, go that route. And they told me, well, that's a nice dream. But being a mediator is more than just like graduating with a law degree and getting a mediation training. You need to go into litigation for a while. You need to go into litigation in a specific field, um, develop an expertise in this legal field, and then people will seek you out, I suppose, to perform mediation for them. And so I said, well, I will do that then. I guess I'll go into litigation, which is not something I thought I'd ever do. So then I just started experimenting with a bunch of different fields in law, and so it was something after graduation.
Well, so as you were starting to make some of those decisions and ultimately not necessarily follow that advice, same, guilty. Uh, I guess, what motivated you or what kept you going to create your own path or at least go down this very different other career path than some of your colleagues or the way people advised you?
Yeah, there was never a question that this is my dream job and this is where I'm going to end up in the future. It was a matter of I'll lay the groundwork now, I suppose, to show future employers that this is my ultimate interest. And so I did that by getting the litigation and alternative dispute resolution certificate at my school. I got to join the mediation clinic with Pam and interning with CCI. I would get mentors with various organizations, the different bar organizations, and they asked me what your interests, and I said mediation, dispute resolution, and they actually matched me up with a great mentor, Alan Boudreau, who got me my internship at CK. It's all interconnected. It's all, a lot of, I guess networking is a weird word to use because I feel like you guys are my friends. But I guess it's networking.
And so, as you were getting that advice and really sticking with that passion, that desire, like this is what I'm gonna do. Well, now you've done it, right? So, when did you graduate, and when did you get this job? Like, this is all really new.
Yes, it is. I graduated in May, 2014, and I had applied for jobs all across the board for anything and everything, and I saw the posting with Peace Institute in the summer while I was in the middle of studying for the bar, and I interviewed for them like maybe 3 weeks before I took the bar exam, and then I found out a week later that, and it's hard, 2 weeks before you take the bar exam to be told you're not going to get the job. And so, but they were great. They told me, we really like you, and we have a position with a different organization that works very closely with us, and we think you'd be so much better at doing that. We'd like, with your permission, to send your resume over. So I said, sure. I was like, if you guys don't want me, no one will want me, and I was really sad about it, but it worked out. I interviewed, and I found out 3 days before the bar exam that I got this job. So
Wow, that good timing.
yes, it was right at the end of July, the very last week, and then I started the second week of August. Yeah, so I've been there now for a few months, and I love it. I love what I do.
Well, talk more about what you love about it, because the other thing that I'm always hearing people say to me is that um, if people aren't mediating privately, then they're not necessarily succeeding in this field. Or when we go into court positions or agency positions, we aren't meeting our full potential. And so I'm just curious, and sort of like, what is your reaction to that statement? What do you think about that?
I haven't heard that. I don't think I've encountered enough of the private practitioners to have been told that. But no, I am very pleased with what I do. I get to do a lot of in terms of outreach. So I get to go to a lot of organizations and share the magic of mediation and do various exercises. The ugly orange exercise from getting to yes and things to get people excited and understand. You know, winning doesn't mean the other person has to lose. Um, and so, yeah, I get to spread the joy, recruit people to our calls, and I get to work directly with clients who mediation were coming in there at some of the worst moments of their lives, and really helping them reach a resolution for themselves, their children, and proceeding into the future. And I can't ask for anything else.
That's beautiful. So you have, wow, you just recently graduated. You found the job in dispute resolution, and it sounds like you're very happy.
Mhm.
What advice would you give to others that might still be in law school or thinking about maybe improving their credentials by going to school? What advice would you give to them about starting a career in dispute resolution right out or as your first career?
Mhm. And so I you don't have to be a lawyer to do mediation, but because I did and it worked for me, I definitely wouldn't talk anyone out of it. Um, I would not have my current job without a JD because I'm bringing cross-border agreements as well. Um, so that's definitely a route to go, but don't feel like you have to. And I think the best advice I got was from Mac to just dive in, do as much as you can, leap to take advantage of any opportunity that like presents itself, to talk to as many practitioners, get as many advice, get as much advice, get as many mentors in the field as you can, because they all have invaluable advice and experiences, and can really help you form your own path to your HR career. Um, So just get out there and talk to people. Get on the dispute resolution listserv. Um, find your nearest mediation center, get your training, and start mediating.
I love it. Just do it, right? Just get out there.
Nothing's holding you back. Literally, just get in there. It's the time. You just make the time for it.
It's beautiful. Well, Asha, congratulations. It's really, really exciting. And I remember when you were back in Chicago and you were excited about starting out in mediation and you did it. So congratulations and thank you so much for taking the time to share your story with everyone.
Thank you for letting me. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.